In today's fourth installment of the High Handicap Challenge, we'll be taking on the following challenges: trying to go 7 over or better, 3 fairways in regulation, no free putts, and 1 birdie. Going slightly more ambitious on the challenges because we're playing at Chamberlain Park public golf course. It's a slightly easier course, and it's actually the first outing after my first ever lesson. Without further ado, let's kick things off with a 5-iron. And we've piped that one down the middle. It's going to be 1 fairway in regulation to start things off, and I'm just happy I didn't have to use this second ball. I'd prepared for the worst just in case I shanked it off to the right. And these are the parts of the fairways that you can come to expect from a public course. We're going to take a full 52 degree at this one. Shot Tracer is a little bit drunk there, but we end up coming just short. This gives us a very good opportunity to get up and down here with the 60 degree. And I've chipped that one nice and close, and it's going to give us an opportunity to start things off with a par. I'm very happy with that one. I'm going to take my time on these putts as the greens are slightly suspect. And also we're trying to go 7 over. So we need to make these putts. And thankfully we start things off with an easy par. Seems like the lesson may have paid off. Today the driver is going to be put away, and we're just going to stick with a 5-iron from the tee, just so I get comfortable with the things we went through in the lesson. And another clean strike with a 5-iron, making it 2 fairways in regulation early doors. The main thing in the lesson we focused on was the backswing, and this occasion I'm going to take the 6-iron, try and get close. However, my alignment wasn't too great and I was on a slight downhill, and I've drilled it into those trees. However, it makes for an interesting thumbnail, and we're going to opt for the punch out with the 8-iron instead of going with the wedge to avoid the trees. That's come up quite nicely, and we've ended up on the green. The punch over the wedge turns out to be a great decision, and want to play safe early doors to keep the score down. We are, however, left with this long putt, so I just want to lag this one up there and avoid the free putt situation. I've given it a good go, however this angle doesn't do it justice. I've still got a bit of meat on the bone, as they say. So hopefully we can avoid the free putt and keep the checklist challenge alive. Taking my time over it, and I've just pushed it off to the left. So it's going to be a nice tap in for double, but we have lost our first challenge of the video. Still 3 challenges active, so let's see if we can get back into the swing of things. Another par 4, 5-iron back in hand. Taking my time over the practice swing, and I've pushed it off to the right. Apparently though, that should be pretty normal for the changes that I've made. So I'm going to take a provisional just in case, and I'm going to push that one off to the right as well. At least they'll be next to each other. Both balls are about 2 feet apart, so we're going to take the first one. We're going to take pitch and wedge just to get into play as the flag is obstructed by this tree. But that's pretty perfect if I don't say so myself. Leaving us with a short 52 degree in. It's come off pretty nicely. However, it just landed on the edge and rolled down. Just needed an extra foot on that one. As you can see the divot there showing the roll back. So now we're going to go with a short 52 degree, hopefully chip it close and get another up and down. And it didn't roll out as much as I'd like, so it does leave us with a slightly awkward putt. And again, the greens are a little bit suspect, so I want to put a smooth stroke on this one. And luckily we managed to sink it in for another 1 putt and rescue a bogey. One of the important changes I made from the lesson is the grip, so I've got this nice little routine to do now before each shot. For this par 3 I was in between the pitching wedge and the 52 degree. I ended up opting for the pitching wedge, however I ended up clearing the green long, but thankfully missed the bunker to the right. Tried to show the camera where I'm going to try and land the ball, and hopefully roll it up there. Chipping with the 52 degree on a downhill, and landed just to the right of my target, however the distance was pretty perfect. Now we have another par opportunity. Let's see if we can make another 1 putt on the green. Back-to-back 1 putts.
Nope.
And that's just off to the left. However, we should tidy that one up for an easy bogey, which we've managed to do so. However, it was an opportunity squandered really. So now onto this temporary par 4. So it's got a rough as a green basically, and it's quite a short one. Just going to take the 5-iron at this one and hopefully get us to a decent wedge distance. And again, the 5-iron coming off real clean, so the lesson seems to have done me good after a stink around the week before, which I'm yet to edit, but I'll show you that in due course. Couldn't quite see if this was the fairway or not, so I didn't count it as a fairway in regulation, so we still have 1 left on the checklist. However, we do chip that one up onto the green with the 52 degree, and you're about to see why these greens are basically roughs. But we do have the first option for birdie, so hopefully I can tick that one off on the checklist. And unfortunately it's rolled off to the right. I'm just going to put a ball down because I wanted to give that a go again on the roughs to see if I could make it in. But we're going to try and take this one nice and slow and hopefully make this one in for par. We managed to secure the par, so we're going to go back and give this birdie putt one more go just to see what happens. And again, just can't really get the distance control on that kind of green. So onto the narrow par 4 now. So this is the stroke 1 hole of the course. So 5 iron, just want to get this one down the middle. And it's gone slightly off to the right and it's not going to draw in, and it's going to land in amongst those trees. And that's the second time I've been amongst the trees in this round. So left to punch through this little hole. Opted that's the best decision rather than coming out to the left. I think there's enough of a hole there. I'm going to take the 7 iron and just try and punch it out. So it came out, it did clip that branch though, so it took a little bit of distance off it. As you can see, I'm unsure to see how far it's actually gone. Left me with a pretty comfortable wedge distance in. So going with a 60 degree, try and get it up there, trying to make sure I get past that bunker. And I've chunked it. Luckily, just came short and didn't go into the bunker. However, it's not a very nice shot to say the least. So 60 degree again at this one. Just need to make sure I get over the bunker and get a clean strike on it. And that's a pretty good shot if I don't say so myself. Leaving us with a downhill putt for bogey. Let's see if we can get another 1 putt on the cards. And I'm hoping the bank will do the rest of the work. Ends up coming a little bit short, and it's going to be a tap in for another double. Another par 4 now. So dog leg to the right. So we're going to take the 5 iron as always. Still trying to get used to this swing change. And I've pushed it off to the right once more. And I'm going to find myself in the trees. And then I thought I should probably hit a provisional just in case I don't find that one. Hopefully hit this one down the middle. And I'm into the trees again. That pretty much looked like the same shot. End up finding the first one in amongst these trees. And again, just going to try and punch this one out a little bit up towards the flag. Hopefully fall short of that bunker. And I've topped it about 20 yards in front of it. Nice. But the main thing is we now have an unobstructed view of the flag. Taking a full 56 degree at this one. And that's come out pretty clean, and we've ended up on the green. Again, another long putt, so a lot of work to do here. However, thankfully it's on one of the nicer greens. Gonna hopefully lag this one up there. And I've read that one pretty nicely. And hopefully we'll be able to go and tap that one in for bogey. Considering we're in the trees on the second shot, pretty happy to have a tap-in bogey opportunity. Now we just need to make sure we can sink it. And we drop it in nice and smooth for the bogey, so damage limitation on the score, keeping the +7 or better challenge alive. On to the last par 4 now, so after missing the fairway on the last one, this is the last opportunity to get the third fairway in regulation. And I've smoked it right down the middle, and unless that takes a dodgy bounce to the left, that's going to be our third fairway in regulation, and we're going to tick off that checklist. So now we just have the birdie and 7 over or better. As you can see, we're currently at +7, but we are in the middle of the fairway with a clean shot of the flag, taking the 9 iron at this one. And that one's come off pretty clean, pretty happy with that. That should be up on the green. For those that watch the channel on a regular basis, what do you think of the swing changes? Can you see any improvements? Just replacing the divot from the ball there. And then I'm going to take my time to clean the ball and line it up, as we have a birdie putt, albeit a long one. But it just takes 1 to drop to mark off the checklist. Just got to make sure I get it there to give it a chance. And it's going, come on. Unfortunately, we've just missed off to the right. And then I've tried to lazily tidy it up for a par and end up missing it. So I've ended up putting myself on a bogey, taking us to +8 overall. meaning it's everything to play for on the 9th hole, so a birdie would see us to go 7 over or better, and also tick off the birdie to complete 3 challenges. Failing to do so would take us to failing 3 of the 4 challenges for the round. Opted for the 8 iron in the end, and thankfully I did, as I pured that one down the middle, and that's all over the flag and hopefully gives us an option for birdie. As you can see, very happy I didn't choose the 7 iron, as that would have gone well long. So it all comes down to this final putt. Can I make the birdie? It all comes down to this. Giving myself a great opportunity. Slightly downhill. Get ready to hit that subscribe button for when you see the ball drop into the hole. Just going to replace the divot for a bit of good luck. Look after the greens, they'll look after you, as we've found out many times in the past. Taking a lot of time lining this one up. Having a good look at it. Showing that it goes left to right. Now there's nothing left to do other than to stand over it, take a couple of practice swings, and hopefully drain it in for the bird to finish +7 and tick off the challenges. The pressure's on. And I've absolutely crumbled to the pressure and dribbled it way short. Ended up failing all the challenges, but hopefully we're going to tap it in and rescue a sympathy par. Thankfully that was pretty unmissable. We end the round 8 over par and pretty happy with the small swing changes that we've made. Be sure to check out the previous episodes on the left or subscribe to be notified for the next one. And I'll catch you next time.